Alright. Let's get all the announcements going. All the stuff set up. Alright, there we go. Here. Alright. Well, welcome everybody who's here early. Hopefully everything sounds good. Haven't changed my setup, but you never know. Hey, Nixa. Oh, I summoned my carbuncle. Can't forget that. Kirby! Apparently there's a way to change their carbuncle's color, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. For now, the default blue is acceptable. He's just like me for real. We got the same ears and everything. Oops, that's not it. I've been playing on some of my alts, and sort of to coordinate everything, I created a free company. We are Hamburger Hindrance. And so, I'm just gonna be hopefully passively gaining a rank for the free company even while I'm playing on this character. Which basically just means more stuff that the free company can do. Our goal today, I believe, is going to be leaving Limsa properly, dealing with the last of the city-state specific starting quest. Maybe we'll even get through the first few dungeons. That'd be pretty cool. But we'll see. We're just chilling in the, was this the Drowning Wench? Yeah. For a little bit. Let people filter in. Besides, it gives me time to digest my lunch. I had a late lunch today. It was good. Had some burgers. How you all doing? You keeping fed and hydrated all? Yeah, I certainly hope so. Alright. Well, let's get underway. So, when we last left off, I believe we'd wrapped up that business over at Summerford Farms, and I think it was Severin? Yeah, Severin was selling out his buddies, and we had to help deal with that situation, but it got resolved. So I think now we're being sent on over to here, which is the Skylift, to help out over there. Seems like they're short on labor, but I am no stranger to hard work, so that is where we shall go. Oh, and hopefully, maybe, if while we're in that area, if we head up over to Western Lenosha, we can clear out the Rosens and Wild Jackals that the Arcanists Guild wants us to deal with. Oh, and the Lev quests get unlocked over at Swift Perch. Oh yeah, a lot of stuff going on over there. Oh, Ethernet shard. That's where I'm going. Alright, let's see. You want to go to the Zephyr Gate. Oh, I need to fix my hotbars. I just realized these are not set up the same way on my other character. One moment. Okay, here we go. It's supposed to look like this. Okay, I think that's... yeah, that's everything. Okay. And I've left some gaps there because as I level up, I'll be getting new skills, and those will fill in those gaps that are currently on my hotbar. But this way I don't have to redo the muscle memory as I'm leveling up. Oh wait, do I need to summon? Nope, I've got my carbuncle. We're good. Alright, away we go. God, Limps is so pretty. Like, look at that horizon, look at that mountain in the distance. All these trees and the clouds. It's beautiful. There are other places in the game with worse weather. And, Limsa has some of the best weather in the game. But then, I live on the coast, IRL, so... or near the coast, I suppose I should say. So I'm a little biased. Mountain. Hey, Snurf. How you doing? That's good. All well on your front. So they call it the Skylift, but, you know, it's really just a big crane. Let's see what jobs they've got for us today. Work it. Work it? Work it. Adron sent you out here, did he? Then consider yourself welcome at the Skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, will ya? One blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though, so this mess of wooden pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them, at least. If the gods were kind, and they ain't, I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. Well, I'm one of them. Ooh, are these better pants? These are not better pants. Okay. Well, let's look at what he's pointing out. So, it looks like Bahamut carved like a little river here during the Calamity and kind of separated the land. But Eorzeans are nothing if not resilient and stubborn. Glad am I to see you again, lad. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity what sprang out from a million-coin seedling in his cargo. Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over the side afore turning tail and running for his life. I need you to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Lyulf over at Swiftperch in western Lenosha. Whatever he pays you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside that plant, and you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find an aetheryte in Swiftperch, so the journey should be worth your while. Ha! Glowy thing. I will have to find the glowy thing and then click on it. Simple enough. Yeah, it's just north of here. Wasps in the flowers. Is that lavender? That might be lavender. Oh, wild jackals. I need to kill these. Ah. Get dumped on, doggo. Go, carbuncle! Nice. Oh, so this is glowing, but it's glowing purple, which means we're gonna get attacked by some— what the heck? Hello. Well, we're getting attacked by the jackal, but when you interact with something that's glowing purple, it means that you're about to get attacked when you interact with it. Like, watch, I bet there's gonna be like a bug or something. Slugs! Gross. But dealt with easily enough. Alright, let's get this delivered. Oh yeah, it seems like there was other cargo that got lost here. Yikes, hope everyone's okay. I mean, the merchant got away safely, hopefully there weren't any passengers with him. Ooh, that's a big ol' roseling. You know what? Let's deal with them. Gotta keep the roads safe for travelers, after all. And this way I get to use, like, my whole rotation at the moment. Things don't die before I can really get going. Go, carbuncle! Oh, I forgot to block that. Hold on. There we go. Come on. Yeah, got him. Now we can deal with the little ones. And one more roseling. Go, carbuncle. Nice. Onward to Swiftbirch. Hello, gentlemen. Keeping the peace. Alright, step one. Make sure I can travel here in the future. Nice. Step 2. Side quest. Unlocking the Lev quests for this area. Alright, so we are assigned a trial guild Lev. And if we do this one, it will let us do the other ones in this zone. And this is just how that all works. Love quests are a little different. So, like, I have the quest, right? And you can see now there's this green circle on my mini-map and on my big map. So what that means is... Oh, that's a hunt target. Okay, first, we kill the hunt target. Well, then we kill more hunt targets. And then after all the hunt targets die... The hunt targets killing is not a necessary step of the process, by the way, I just got distracted. So we're in the green circle, but there is no quest objective to be seen. In this case, that would be a giant crab that we need to defeat. You have to go to the quest in your journal and click Initiate. And it'll warn you, like, if you get defeated and if you leave the zone, you know, you fail the quest. So, we will simply not die. We will not die, and we will defeat Big Crab. Got him. Oh, wait, no, I want the treasure. Dang. So sometimes you see little treasure boxes that appear when you're doing love quests. And you have to pick them up before you complete the love quest. And I did not notice it in time. Final Fantasy. Yeah. The 14th Final Fantasy, even. Not very final. But then, it was called Final Fantasy because they thought it was going to be their final game. Square Enix. Actually, I think they were just Squaresoft back in the day. Hey, Gamer Red, welcome. We're doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV Story. Nice. So now that we've done that love quest, we can do other love quests in this zone. Oh, and then there's these quests. So if once you've unlocked love quests, you can unlock guild heists, which are like, they're like little mini dungeons, I suppose, but you do them with other players, and they're a good way to practice working in a group and tacticsing things. Most of them are really easy, though, so it's just kind of a run in, beat your face against the monsters, and win. Some of them require thought, though. Regardless, I will look into them. I'll unlock them. Because, why not? Some more stuff to do. There's no shortage of things to do in this game. And this is just telling you what they are, which, you know, mini dungeons. I might do guild heists. Maybe not. There's not much by the way of story in guild heists, so I probably won't. Oh yeah, no, there's a free trial up through level 60, including award-winning expansion Heavensward. It's a great game, and I'm actually playing here. I'm on Merilith on Dynamis, which is the new data center for North America. So it's fresh. If you make a character over here, you get experience bonus. So if anyone wants to come on and join in the fun, hey, y'all are welcome to come and hang out. Okay, so this is the guy I was delivering the million corn to. Has Nimia herself forsaken this desolate land? Though I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of million corn, I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Not to worry, sir. I have your seedling. Is that my million corn seedling? Oh, joyous day! It may seem a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you have undoubtedly noticed, Swiftperts lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean of corn. You, sir, seem fit to burst with vim and vigor. Might I persuade you to abide a while and help nurture this ailing settlement? Hey. Alright. Oh, Swiftcast. Nice. Very handy for, especially if you need to cast a resurrection spell mid-fight, because that takes that 8-second cast time and drops it to 0. Oh, does it load really fast on the PS5? Or, were you shocked in the opposite direction? Because I know load times vary wildly depending on how fast your hard drive is. The longest loading streak? Wow. That's pretty impressive. Alright, we are being sent to visit the Brewer's Beacon. Okay. Which I believe is, there's a lighthouse. I think that's it off in the distance. Ah, Freylof. You there, adventurer. Cast your eyes toward the Brewer's... Bleh, I can't. Words. Cast your eyes toward the Brewer's Beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ships sailing in the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty-bound to remain at my post. I would consider it a favor if you could make a visit to the Brewer's Beacon and see if aught has befallen Kanswis, the lighthouse keeper. Alright, let's go check out why the lighthouse isn't lighting. Buzzards. I wonder, getting to level 13. Lower Lenosha, Lower Lenosha. I'm gonna have to go to Lower Lenosha and deal with the hunting log, because I feel like these should be on my hunt log, but I have to do that first level before the next one shows up. Oh, okay. You wanna fight? You wanna fight? You're gonna regret it. Die. 4K, 120 FPS, high def. Ah, that's the life. You say Yellow Jacket sent you here, eh? Me light's grown dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has. The bomb what fuels me furnace is up and buggered off, you see. I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there will be trouble on the water. I know you're just the messenger, lad, but I can tell a venture when I see one. I'm gonna need you to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw which you ripped from its smouldering corpse. Take this here iron brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock. Somewhere near the scarecrow, I'd say. You get a nice fire going and that frisky bomb will soon be about. Watch you don't singe your eyebrows, lad. Alrighty. So now we gotta go trap a bomb and you want to die, okay. If they die, you don't have to dodge their attack, because they're dead. Okay, if this ray tracing would be just excessive, you know? We want people with normal computers to be able to play the game. Alright, let's go hunt us a bomb. When lit, this receptacle will not only produce light, but provide heat to the immediate area. Nice. Aha! Purple smoke. We're about to fight something. Let's kill us a bomb. Whoa. Nice. That's the thing about bombs. They like to explode. It is in their nature. Very true. They cannot help it. All you need to do is take down that runaway bomb and bring me one of its little claws. Well, here I have it. Unbearably hot to the touch, this remnant of a void scent bomb will set aflame nearly anything it comes in contact with. Ah, you got the ashy bastard, did ye? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. I had myself a bit of a look while you was gone, and Limlaine cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. Small wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. I patched things up as best I could, but I ain't no Smitty. You might want to have a chat with that yellow jacket friend of yours in Swiftperch, and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Well then. Mystery solved and handled. Another day, another person in need helped. As is my duty as an adventurer. There it is, the aha. Hello, Freylith. The furnace is damaged, is it? Very well. I shall write up the relevant reports, but these repairs must needs be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself straight away to the Armorers Guild in Limsa Liminsa and explain the situation to Forge Master Hananza. I think I may have pronounced that wrong. Oh! Hello. Wait, where am I going? Ah, back to Limsa. Oh, hi gamer. Oh, Defender, you're in chat too. You put the bomb emote. I didn't notice because you're and gamer are the same text color on my end. Alright, let's deal with the Arcanist Guild quest first. Hey, Thuber game. Welcome back, Blippy. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let us ride that wave of triumph onto an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Borseer Kalia on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima. Pray do not tarry, Blippy. Kalia awaits you on the floor below with further details. Alrighty. Gonna do some Arcanist quests. Oh, you started as Arcanist? Nice. I don't think I'm gonna stay Arcanist. I think the plan for this character is to go Arcanist, Scholar, Sage. Because, I mean, I am a robot. I would like to shoot cool lasers, and Sages get to shoot cool lasers. Kalia. A timely appearance, as I expected. Shall we proceed directly to the job at hand? I've been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Boylestocks family. Our agents suspect these beastmen merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I've calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I have prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift into hostilities, but there is an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those self-same strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep these factors in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1345, otherwise known as Stratagem Focus Fire. You and your carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe, and, one by one, the enemy will wither under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cookpot in Middle Enosha. I will depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. Ah, yeah. I think Gunbreaker was actually the first tank I got to max level on my main. I wanted to just have one of every role at max level, and Gunbreaker starts at level 60, I believe. So it was pretty easy to get up to 8. I think, yeah, back when I was doing this, 80 was the max level. So yeah, but then I leveled all the tanks to max just to figure out which one I liked best. And where am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going to the Metalworkers Guild, which is the F Castle. But I like Gunbreaker is really cool, but it's very busy. You so the core like game design around this game is classes have 2-minute long cooldowns that like will give you a lot of damage. So there's this like every 2 minutes you get like a burst of really intense damage. And the way Gunbreaker works is you have this like combo you can do, and you have to weave another skill in between each skill in that combo. So you're hitting a lot of buttons very quickly. And it just got to be a little too busy for me, especially since they have a mini burst every minute. So not only am I doing this during the 2-minute window, I'm doing this every minute, and then if I have to hit defensive cooldowns because, you know, I'm tanking, I'm gonna die, that's even more buttons, and it was too much going on at once, right? So I play Warrior because it's very easy. You go unga bunga, and the axe go burr, and then things die. It's very good. I don't do as much damage, but, you know, I do like being nearly unkillable, especially in dungeons. It's great. Alright, let's talk to Hinanza properly here. I've just been standing here staring at her. The furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. God's beard, I just sent someone out to tinker with it not a week past. Mayhap the bomb Kanswis trapped in there was a touch too volatile? I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Your work is done here, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. Yay! Ooh, a hat. Oh, but that hat's not... Yeah, see, I've got the XP hat. I don't want to replace that. Cool. Reaper, Dark Knight, Astrologian. See, the thing is, Reaper's a little busy, but I like Reaper. It feels like it flows very well. I think it's because it's more spread out. Like, it's kind of the same level of activity all throughout, rather than short bursts of intensity. But, I don't know. Of the melee classes, Reaper is my favorite. Well, see, that's why you gotta come to Eorzea, where you can have a hat that helps you learn better. Actually, I don't know how you get that. This might be a recruit a friend reward. I don't remember how I got it, but all my characters start with it now, so... Hey. Oh, right. Hinanza. Haha. What say you to taking on some work from Naldik and Vimelis? We've a great hulking warship to build and can certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Otbrim, the head shipwright at the Moraby Dry Docks. We forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found in the south of Lower Nilnosha. That's also where you'll find the main offices of Naldik and Vimelis. The Moraby Dry Docks is one of Limsalamince's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's aetherite. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd be best served making use of the Chocobo Porters, first floor of the mizzenmast, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. Alrighty, guess we're on to the Moraby Dry Docks, which I've not been to yet. Is there a quick way there? I wonder if I can... Nah, we'll just go through Lower Lenosha. Oh, wait. Actually, we're gonna go to Middle Lenosha first, because I want to finish my Arcanist quest. Which means I'm just gonna teleport to Summerford Farms, because it's quicker. That's cheap. I'll pay the fee. Oh yeah, I got the Menfina's Earring too, Gamer Red. Don't get me wrong. And that one's nice because it scales with your level, so it gives you stats that are appropriate to the level you are. So it's like Best in Slot, except less so. I don't know about the particular substats, but like you don't gotta worry about substats until you're at max level, really. So it helps me learn good and it helps me hit good. It does exactly what I need it to. I think the earrings are pre-order bonuses, though, because there's the Menfina's earring, and then there's the Aetheryte earring. And I'm pretty sure those were pre-order bonuses to help get your character caught up to the current expansion that was about to come out. Yeah, okay. That's good. I need to get, like, a minion, too, but it's the earring that's real good. Aha! Glowy. It's time for combat. I am Forcier Kaliha of Melvan's Gate. You are to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty sneaky peekers! Gobby spit uplander nosy eyes on stabby iron! A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Blippi. Remember what we discussed? I don't have AoE at this level. So I'm gonna have to kill them one by one. Uh-oh. Nope. Was not gonna finish my cast in time. By the way, Gamer Red, don't be offended. The reason I haven't invited you to a party is because I think that'll completely nix any XP I'd be getting. Whereas if I hit stuff and then you just whack it after, then I think I still get the full XP. Nice. Oh, achievement. Hey, Leah. Nicely done. Adaptation, improvisation. I might have been observing our beloved Guildmaster himself in action. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it is necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing to your strengths or shoring up your weaknesses? I think it is most important to play to my strengths, I think. Oh, once again you responded the Guildmaster once did. I must revise the probability for your potential to attain greatness to 97%. You are one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, your calculations must include an accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, the limits of your allies, and the characteristics of your enemies. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make your report to Mistress Thubergame. Until next we meet, I shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Wait, really? Assuming precondition C with the execution of combat maneuver B would impact scenario A in a manner which would precipitate... Oh yeah, no, she's good. Alright, then it's back to the Arcanist's Guild, and since return's on cooldown, just gonna teleport back. Why run when you can teleport? I love the fast travel system in this game, it's so convenient. And all it costs is a little bit of gil, but you get plenty. Back from the field, Blippi, Kalia contacted me with a summary of events. It seems you were treated to a lecture on knowing thyself. That particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to intermediate practitioners.
Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it is difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident that you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies and maintain the razor edge of your mind. So, Defender, my favorite Final Fantasy that isn't this one is, well, none. This is the only one I've played. I know nothing aside from, like, the things that made it into the wider pop culture. Like, I know, like, Aerith and Sephiroth and Cloud and stuff, right? Are they 6 or 7? See, like, I don't even remember what game they're from. But, like, this game in particular is where my knowledge lies. Oh, right, Thubergheim's still talking. Haha! One last thing, Blippi. Considering the dedication you have shown towards our discipline, I've decided to permit you leave to explore the teachings offered by other guilds. I would suggest, however, that you first master the science of Arcanima. The strategic training you receive here will serve you well no matter the path you eventually choose to walk. Return to me when your reason tells you the time is right. Which, essentially, just at level 10, you can now multi-class, or rather, swap classes. Which is great. You can do the entire game on one character. If I decide, you know, Arcanist isn't for me, I can just go switch classes, and, like, I'll be a level 1 again, but I don't have to make a whole new character. And then I can always swap back to Arcanist and pick up right where I left off. Gear. Actually, all of this is going to be worse than the level 15 armor set I got for doing the, Hall of the Novice. Uh-oh. I saw the Blue Mage thing, I assumed you were going to explode. That is the traditional Blue Mage, move, is, explode. Hi, you're level 19. Alright, if you want to run around and do Blue Mage shenanigans with me, I'd be happy to have you. Ooh, Topaz Carbuncle. Yeah, let's get this unlocked. You seem tired, Blippi. Are you sleeping properly? One's reasoning can suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice floor. Forcia Kalia has requested you accompany her on another official inspection. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. The Foreseer will explain the situation. Well, okay then. They kind of changed how a summoner works. The pet isn't really a pet anymore. It's just that, like, certain abilities are cast from the location of your pet. So, you can't really tank with your pet anymore, unfortunately. It's a lot simpler than it used to be. They also took away all the dots. No more dots. That said, I think it is the simplest caster class now. I was beginning to think I'd miscalculated, Blippi. Thank you for coming. I will soon be boarding a trading vessel suspected of smuggling. All merchant ships that make use of Limsa ports are subject to inspection by Melvain's Gate assessors. It is a routine I perform daily. In the case of smugglers, however, there is a 75% probability of encountering resistance. Thus, I would appreciate your company during this assignment. It is now that we must discuss the requirement of which you were informed. Though I have full confidence in your martial expertise, it is imperative that you first acquire the ability to summon Topaz Carbuncle. Such knowledge will be released to you contingent on your acceptance of this duty. Well, of course. Very good. The arcane entity given form by the Topaz geometry will further expand your offensive capabilities. With such an ally at your command, even the harshest of enemies will falter before you. Indeed, we could not conduct these dangerous spot inspections without its support. Please return to Mistress Thubergheim and inform her of your participation. I will join you once I have completed some final adjustments to my tactical formulae. Well, alright then. Yeah, I think that the only difference between, like, Topaz, Emerald, Ruby now is they change what Gemshine turns into, and also, oh how many charges of the attack you get. Like, I think Emerald is a 1.5 second cooldown on your global, so they hit really fast. And they're instant cast. And Topaz is also instant cast, but a little bit slower and harder hitting. Whereas Ruby is only 2 charges. Yeah, no, they completely reworked it. So if you go back and do Summoner, it's very different now. Alright, Thubergheim, what do you got? You've agreed to accompany the Foreseer? Then I shall gladly instruct you in the use of Topaz Carbuncle. Pray do not hesitate to employ this entity in combat should the inspection turn sour. Nice. It's free Carbuncle! Nice. Alright, Thubergheim, what do we got? The mercenaries Geisfrin and Ersthoa... Oh, how do I pronounce that? Ersthota. Ersthota are here to assist with the inspection. Both are old hands when it comes to escorting Kalia during her more dangerous duties. Well met, Blippi. My spells are at your disposal. This won't be the first time we're inspecting trouble, but as long as we follow the Foreseer's tactics and keep a clear head, we'll come through just fine. The Morning Star is preparing to dock in Aleport. We will meet our first challenge, however, before we even board the vessel. It is almost a certainty that the merchant ship has hired a thug or two to accost us at the pier. I calculate the probability at 98%. The crew wish to avoid attacking us on deck, you see, as that would all but trumpet their criminal intentions to the world at large. Now, once we do manage to clear the rails, we will face a deck crowded with armed sailors. For a small party such as ours, the most effective strategy will be to incapacitate individual foes as swiftly as possible. Each opponent we down is one less weapon raised against us. It is imperative that we do not allow ourselves to become tangled in multiple drawn-out skirmishes, lest we be overwhelmed. I call this Stratagem Hammerfall. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. Keep these words in mind, Blippi. It is time we departed. Let us regroup before the main gates of Aleport. I mean, it's a little. I just know the names. I don't have any proof of this, but I feel like I read somewhere about there's like 2 Rogadin clans, and like one of the names are based on like Welsh names, and one of them are like adjective noun style names, like Swift Boulder or Leaping Doe or Sleeping Coral or whatever. And the Welsh ones are always tricky, and I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing them incorrectly, but whatever. Okay, where are we going? Let's see. So there's the Morbid Bay Dry Docks. Oh, and there's Aleport. Which I kind of need to go to Aleport anyway. Yeah, class quest first, because that'll unlock more abilities. And gear. Oh, right, I should equip my better book. There we go. Alright, to the docks we go. Heading for Aleport. Yeah. So a little note about Blue Mage, because Gamer is playing Blue Mage. It's sort of a non-traditional class. Instead of gaining your skills as you level up... oh, it's this way. Wait, I should attune to the Aetheryte while I'm here. Instead of gaining your skills as you level up, instead you gain skills from fighting monsters that use those skills and seeing them in action. Which means, you know, you can have a max level Blue Mage, which I do on my main character, but still not have nearly the number of spells. And some of those spells are like raid bosses that you have to kill as a Blue Mage. So it can be pretty tricky. Alright, here's Kalia. Let's be about our task. Blippi, pray inform the steersman at the pier that we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you are to execute Stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget, your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. Alrighty. Let's bonk some pirate heads together. Oh yeah, so the NPCs that I'm interacting with, only I can see them or people on the same quest as me. So, depending on different story and progression flags, different NPCs will be available to different people. Ah! Hey Kai, welcome! Playing some Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna be inspecting some pirates, or, well, they're not pirates, they're smugglers, but since I am a inspector as part of the Arcanist's Guild duties, if they choose to not want their boat inspected, I will have to have spells with them about that. Peepa? Why Peepa? You're the folks from Bailvin's Gate. Yeah, hells, I knew there'd be trouble. Uh-oh. It's a hambush. That's no bacon tree. Pepperino Peepa. Ooh, Peepa. Nice. Okay. If Peepa... Now I understand. I understand Peepa. Ooh, tasty. Wait, why am I over here? This isn't where I'm supposed to go. Oh yeah, Sticky Tongue is a fun spell. Just bleh. You're over here now. Alright, it's this guy I can talk to. It's not that hard, Lemon. Well then, I'm certainly glad to see you can handle yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down there at the end of this ramp. I'll have no part of what comes next, though. Oh, saving your own skin, huh? Oh, now we go down here. Okay. Oh, another fight. Ah, this is a solo fight. Alright, time to drop group. So that I can inspect the boat. Peepa. Deftly handled, Blippi. Once again, I am reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, we'll be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Erstota, if you would take the rudder, the Morning Star awaits. How do fights work in PSO? I haven't played, that's Phantasy Star Online, right? Ah, that's good. I wonder why you have to drop party. Who knows? It's probably a limitation of the code it's all built on. This game's what, like a decade old now? I think A Realm Reborn launched in 2012, 2013? I think it was 2013 is when A Realm Reborn launched. FF14 itself launched a few years before that. Yeah. Okay. Since their welcoming party at the Pier failed to deter us, I expect, with a probability of 85%, that our arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows, but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ stratagem Hardhead. The aim of our opponent is to buy time so that suspect goods may be tossed into the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We will bull our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It is a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes possible. Shall we begin? Let's do it. Boat time. I am Seer Kalia. By the authority of Melvin's Gate, I request that you surrender your goods for assessment.
Well, now your timing couldn't be worse, lass. The old door's all rusted up, you see. Bloody thing won't open. You'll have to come back another day after we's fixed the hinges.
I will see that cargo now. Any vessel entering a port of Limsa is bound by law to submit to a routine inspection.
The law, is it? Lads, I reckon it's time our guests had themselves a little accident. Pitch 'em over the side.
Alright. So anyway, I started blasting. You can see here, the Topaz Carbuncle means I get a lot more mobility. Oops. Eh. Keep killing what I'm targeting. Gosh, more of them. How many of you nerds are there? Ooh, this guy's tough. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna switch targets to the Grommet. There we go. Nice. Yeah, me too, gamer. I have most of the basic ones, but I think I'm at the point where I need to start doing the raids to get the other spells. Ah, a masterful display, Blippi. Now we can finally gain access to their cargo. Oh!
What have we here then? One of the bitch Admiral's lapdogs scampering up out me ship. You're just like your mistress, always sticking your nose in where it ain't invited.
No, it can't be.
Ha! Recognized me pretty face, did you?
You were caught, exiled. Verseer, are you hurt? Can you stand? Stay back! You stay away from me! Verseer, please, calm down. What are your orders?
I've had enough of your whimpering, and I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from them. Reckon it's time you got a different kind of lesson.
Oh no. Oh, Kalia, you are having a time. Kalia, nothing could preserve us. She's fainted. We must withdraw. Lippy, quickly, back to the boat. We'll carry the Foreseer.
Ah, that's right. You slink on back to your mistress, you worthless curs.
Oh, I do not like this pirate. Oh, goodness. I hope she's okay. We'll take care of Kalia. You best return to the Arcanist Guild and report to Mistress Thubergein. Well, alright then. Ah, and I'm back, which means now I can re-invite. Well, back to Limsa. Which I think I'm just going to take the boat, because it's cheaper. Although... Nah, teleport. Whee. Alright. Back to the Arcanist Guild. See what the deal is with that. It is good to see you well, Blippy. Gaisfrim sent word ahead of your travails. An unfortunate turn of events, but considering the infamous Blackheart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate Dosmaga? He was exiled from Limsa Lominsa some years ago, but it appears he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders. And once more he dares lay a hand on Foreseer Kalia. The poor lass must have been terrified. I'd known Dosmaga was aboard that ship, I never would have assigned her that duty. The Assessor may require some time to recover. For Kalia, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there's little we can do to solve the hurt to her mind. You are concerned? Angry, mayhap? Harness that energy and channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again before long. Yeah. Kalia has a history with that pirate, and it's not pretty. Ooh, level 20, just in time, so now I can take the next class quest. Greetings, Blippy. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts troubled. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Kalia does not. The Foreseer has been missing since this morning. There have been other times when she has disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, that is not the case this day. With a guildmaster here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanima are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Kalia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. Alright, let's go find our friend. She's a coworker, yes. A supervisor, even. But she is our comrade in arms. It would not do to see her... Well, I want to help her, you know? She deserves better than this. You seek a Mikote agent of Maelvan's Gate? Why yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. The Assessor was drilling me for details about a Kikiran smuggling ring based in Aleport, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Ginade of the Coral Tower. Where is that? That is the Marauders Guild. Overseer Kalia? Yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of... the reappearance of the pirate Dosmaga. A member of the Arcanists Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Foreseer was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dosmaga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Lim Salaminsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we hoped to borrow the knowledge of Foreseer Kalea, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least, that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Foreseer Kalea, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Huh. Well, hopefully. Alright, back to the Arcanists Guild. Am I equipped with, yes, good. Back already? You were led to believe she had returned here? I am afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dosmaga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Dosmaga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirate's merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among these prisoners was a young Mikote, destined for some black market auction block. Though Kaliha was initially too terrified to even speak, the guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the self-same tome that she has carried her entire career. Of course. Did you not mention that Kaliha's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumors that a Kikhiran merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It is entirely possible that the Foreseer's most prized possession was caught up in the Kikhiran salvage net. I've no doubt now that Kalia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Blippi. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. Well then. Off to Aleport we go. Now, there's so many good emotes in this game. Oh yeah, Nixie. Yeah, she was trafficked. It's not good. I mean, to be that traumatized by the sight of the man, something bad happened. Something really bad happened to her. Oh, there's Kalihia. Yes, combat pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you'll have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Blippi, it is good of you to come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you would piece together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. But there is good news. This prisoner here was kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morning Star's jettisoned cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Laminson law and the policies of Melvin's Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection, but alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Quay. It is time I gathered to me such allies as I possess. And I count you as one of them, Blippi. Despite the nature of this endeavor, Mistress Thubergeim has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at Oshin's Embrace. That is where we shall ambush this disreputable Kirkurin. Yes, ma'am. Alright, where is Oshin's Embrace? Lower Lenosha? Probably. Oh, I haven't attuned to the Moraby Dry Docks yet. But I think I can take a boat from Aleport down near there. So that is what we shall do next. Ugh.
eventually I get a mount. But not until, I want to say roughly level 20-ish in the main story quest. Maybe 30. Somewhere in there. Oh, should I do the love quest? Ah, what the hell. We're gonna take a detour. We're gonna do the love quest here. Just unlock it for later. I don't know if I'm gonna need it, but it's always good to keep stuff unlocked. Alright, so he gives us a love quest. We do the love quest. Oh, this is the beckon one. Oh, these are annoying. So, for some of these, there's like an escort quest. What you gotta do... Hold on. Where is beckon? There we go. So what you have to do is you have to target the NPC and use beckon to get it to rock towards you. And then you've got to, like, drag them all the way to wherever they need to go. Alright, so let's get this underway. The good news is, if you're quick, you can do this without fighting anything. You don't actually have to kill anything, you just have to get the NPC over to the end. Ooh, treasure though. Okay, where'd you go? There'd you go. Like, I could fight this guy, but I have no need. There it is. Simple enough. Alright, now we head on to Lower Lenosha. Hopefully I can take a boat there. What's it called? Candlekeep Quay. Okay. Yeah, gamer, it does. If you're all in a party, everybody goes. And if you're in a party and not everybody's in your zone, you can't actually start the love quest. Okay, so I'm here. There's two things I need to do in this area, as I recall. The main story quest and the Arcanist Guild quest. And we'll start with the Arcanist Guild. Oh, and there's more love quests to unlock as well. Nice. Ooh, look at that. So something happened there, because that is a big explosion of corrupted ether. Whenever you see those big crystals like that, it means some big magic happened and kind of screwed up the local ether, and it all kind of crystallized out at once. I wonder if that was done by Leviathan. So I don't actually know what disaster caused that. I love, like, look, the sky is so pretty with the clouds and the sun. It's such a nice day out. Glimpse is so pretty. Or, Lenosha is so pretty, I should say. Glimpse is just, I mean, Glimpse is pretty too, don't get me wrong, but that's just the city. Oh, sprints up. Alright, let's ambush this Kirkern and get that book back. Hello, Thubergeim. Greetings, Blippi. Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust. We need not await Kalia's arrival. Once the Kirkern appears on the bridge, we will spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our target relies on the 2 allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pincer maneuver was, naturally, the Foreseer's idea. As for the target himself, the Kirkern is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue so as to avoid attracting attention, but do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellowjackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Kaliha's sake. In any case, the Foreseer's tactics account for our limited numbers and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now let us take up our positions and wait for the Kirkern to arrive. Ah, it's another solo fight. Zoop. In I go. Oh. Hello. Get 'em. Oh wow, they are melting. Oh hey! Thanks for the follow! Mouse cartoon. You were fortressing? I hear your fortress was getting attacked by rocks, or large birds of some sort, at least. Large blue jays, wow. Well, dwarves are small. You don't want to get picked off and carried away. It's dangerous outside, Short Kings. Has your fortress completely collapsed yet, or are you still going with that same one? Ooh, that's a lot of them. Good news is these guys go down really easy, so... Nice! Woo! Alright. Now we search the cart. Hey, we found it! That is very true, Mr. J. Very true, in particular for female Vera. I mean, come on, their starting clothing is, well, effectively lingerie. Oog. But, brighter matters. Kalihia, you found your grimoire.
Oh, thanks, gamer. Yeah, there's a lot of red names in the chat today. Lippy, pray hand over the tome. It's ruined. My wonderful grimoire is ruined. The probability of preparing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo such ravages of seawater. Oh. Never felt so defeated. I believe it is time I returned home. Leave her be. But how can I? He's right, Airstotha. You must allow Kalia time to process this loss. And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come, Blippy. It is time we return to the guild as well. Alright, well, that sucked. At least we got the book back, right? So there can be some kind of closure. But while I am down here, I should pick up the Aetherite and proceed with the main story quest. Oh wait. And I should try and find the nesting buzzards and cave bat and galagos, which are up there. You know what? Actually, do I really need to do my hot log? It's just XP. You know what? I'm not gonna bother with it. If I want to go back and do it later, I can. Oh, hello again. Yes. By the way, gamer, do you know the trick about how to level Blue Mage really fast? It requires a high-level friend, though. Oh, right, love quests. I should pick this up. Here. Hey, thanks for the follow, gamer. So the trick is, I'm not 100% sure. This kind of skirts the line between exploit and intended mechanic. But what you do, I think it's okay, right? If I'm wrong, you know, and I'm told to stop it, I will. But what you do, right, is remember how if we're in a party and you're really high level, I don't get any XP? Well, you go to... what's the max level for Blue Mage? I think it's 70 right now. You go to like a level 69 or 70 zone. You have a high level friend with you who is not partied with you. You as the Blue Mage slap the creature. And then your friend, as soon as you slap it, deletes it. That will let you get 100% of the XP from the kill. But since they killed it quickly, you're not at risk of getting deleted by the really high-level enemy. And you level really fast that way. It still takes a while, but you can, honestly, in like a couple of days, just go from 1 to 70. It's very nice. It doesn't get you any spells, but it does get you the levels. I mean, that's how I got my Blue Mage up to high level. And then once you're at high level, it's a lot easier to go get the spells, so... okay, I've got the Aetherite Crystal. What do I need to do here? I need to talk to... Othbrim. Or Otbrim? Otbrim. My brain likes to wiggle the letters around a little bit. So sometimes I transpose things when I'm reading. So it's not a word I'm familiar with. You have a missive for me from Forge Master Hinanza. I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon past. Let's see it then. Here's your order. Blast and botheration, another delay? I'm well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? I'm Blippi. I'm here to help. Blippi, is it? Well, Blippi, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the Calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is the symbol of Lim Solomince's rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the Thassalocracy. Yet, even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned, there is no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. Alright. That sounds like more quests. Ooh, level up. Nice. Where in the seven hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named, Brilsmid, recently left Candlekeep Quay to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Lim Solomince, but has yet to return. I have sent several missives to Haldbroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Quay in my stead and inform Haldbroda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Alright, we're gonna go question this man and see, or Haldbroda, I don't know. Whoever we're questioning, we'll make sure they know they're being questioned. But first, a Gildlev. I don't really know why I'm unlocking the Gildlevs. I don't think I'm gonna ever do them, but why not? There's so much content in this game. If I ever want to do leveling like an alt class, they might be nice, or crafters also can benefit from them. At least initially. Eventually there's a thing called the Ishgardian Restoration that you can do. And I checked, the Ishgardian Restoration is available to free trial players. It's just, you have to get to level 60 first, which, well, that's the max level you can get on the free trial, so. Alright, let's see, what is this? Oh, hold on. Dogs. There we go. Now then. What are we supposed to do for this? Oh, Megalocrab. Kill! Okay, that's one down. These jackals leave me alone. I'm 9 levels higher than you. You're not gonna kill me. Oh, wait, that was it. Nice.
Goodness, there's something in my eye. That or the air's just really dry. Alright. Let's go question Halbroda. I just noticed it was raining. I was like looking at the horizon going, why is it so gray and dark? Oh, clouds. I'm observant. How does that self-righteous dog Othram doubt I've never told him anything less than the truth? Alright. Get the emote at him. I'm gonna poke you in the chest, sir. Turtleback Island? He cannot do that. Can he? Swear on me, poor Nana's grave. The navigator rest her soul. I know naught of this Frismilid, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we are at the quay have had enough trouble these past few suns, what with the sinking of that Leminson cargo ship off the Salt Strand. I haven't the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders in off the grip. Alright, he's probably telling us the truth. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you must certainly have time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows? You may just run across this Frilsmid, and everyone seems so eager to find. Here's to hoping the navigator hasn't found him first. Because then he'd be drowned, and we don't want that. Because we need him alive and well. Oh, that's the guy. Looks injured, though. You good? Alright, I'm Frilsmid. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts? Thought he might be. But you must know, I cannot show me face at the dry docks till I've righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Quay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs, so I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time he was halfway twixt shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yalms, and 'twasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into the Leminson galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the Salt Strand. I've made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with Kirkern, and I ain't a one with a sword. And now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Well, we'll just have to collect the cargo. If the Kirkern attack, that will be the last thing they do. I warned ya. Riggings. These are all ship. Well, I mean, it makes sense that it's ship parts. I mean, we are building a ship there. Haha. Alright, Frillsmid. Here we are.
That night, I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long before the world round me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore. And here I's been, ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage my master's cargo. The missing parts! I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop by the quay so that I might pay me respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Altbrim that I'll be back at the dry docks by daybreak? Many thanks, adventurer. I'll not forget this kindness. Oh yeah, that like cone attack that the Kikurin do, it stuns. And as a blue mage, you can actually learn that skill. And it's very handy because of the stun it has. Blue Mage is like, it's less about raw damage with Blue Mage, and more about status effects and like, trying to combo things. Granted, if you do it right, a Blue Mage can solo certain dungeon content that normally requires 4 men. Hello, Archbrim. I bring good news. I'm relieved to hear that both what voice did I give this guy? I'm relieved to hear that both Frillsmid and the supplies are unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here adjacent to the dry docks were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered off Candlekeep Quay was of a less natural sort, the sort which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Yeah, the beast tribes. Hey, summon Emerald. Nice, that is the last of the summons I get. All of them are just upgrades now. So I have the whole of the core rotation. Alright, do Angry Pirates Dream? Blippi, while I originally had doubts about your motives, you've repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Naldic and Vimelis. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust you. Gimthota, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believes that pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I've recommended you for the task. Despite all Limsa endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would earn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handfuls of coin, just the thought of it sickens me. Alright, off we go. Hello, Gimperda. Ah, yes, I had a feeling you would be the one Althram sent. Since you first arrived at the Moravi dry docks, I've had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on those new to the area. It's simply protocol. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That, and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you, which I admit is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Very well then, I'll assume Athbrim informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates we believe are conspiring to raid the dry docks were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men, posing as a lost adventurer, and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Kanango, stationed at the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp.
Alright.
Whoopee! I knew it. No more sardines for Kanango. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Altgrim would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you will eventually come to a barren cape with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nimia, the spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there was aware of that, though. Oh, we're aware. It's odd. Half the people in Limsa talk like, well, pirates, and the other half have proper grammar. And I can never get it straight who's which. So this is the mark of the spinner here. And these are the pirates. I'm giving you to the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your venturing arse back down to whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. You see, I's at it up to me ears with your type, roaming the ills like they was yours to roam. It's getting to be that a man canna enjoy a mug of rum without some shite breath outlander running up asking which was the way to the local live, mate. 7 hells if I know, I'm a bloody pirate, goddamn. Balls. Once we have me boy back, I'm putting this godforsaken pisshole of an island so far behind me, ain't no one'll remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags, we've knives to sharpen. Pleasant fellow. But it does seem that there are pirates, and they're after someone. Kidnapping? Alright, can I jump down here? Yay! I can. Alright, this is what I found. So the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. What is this talk of getting the boy back? Could it be that their target was never the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Blippi. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Ooh, book. A worse book than I already have. Money. I'm concerned, Blippi. It appears that the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry docks, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is the symbol of everything Limsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion. Oh, come on. And you, Blippi, are just the man to do it. Did you find the countdown command? Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Urswist at the front gate, or Sinango at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. Alright. Let's see what's up. Hey, Mungo. Enjoying that salmon? Hail, adventurer! Glad to have another hand aboard to help us shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit in Grim Methoda's desk gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Well, alright then. Up the cliff we go. Yeah, I have the countdown command on my hotbar for rating, but there's really no reason to use it outside of that. Well, that and the ready check command. Although the ready check command is far more useful because are you ready is such a good question to ask and an easy question to answer. Ah, spotted me, did you? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I wish I could just jump down, but I think there's an invisible wall, so I'm gonna go the long way. Oh wait, I'm in combat. That means that fall will kill me. Oh good, they're dead. Now I can jump down. Fall damage will not kill you, unless you're in combat. Well, it's time for a solo quest once again. I gotta thwart the pirates' plans. They've made their move. So you found me one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for aid. But what could these knaves be planning? What's to happen is already happening. Captain! Trouble at the shipyard! Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates, out of nowhere. It's not gonna be good. Gods below, we are not prepared for this. The pirate soldier, how many do they number? Not sure. More than I could quickly count. Seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives? Then there's no time to lose. Blippi, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage these intruders. I will see to this man's wounds, then follow after. Make haste now. Whew! So, wait. Oh, okay. To the shipyard. Let's go. Okay, that's walled off. So, this way, maybe? No. Okay. I must have to go up and around. Yep. There they are. No cure for you. Pretty sure Ruby will kill that guy. Yeah. Thanks. Well, who's this? That's Zapton? Oh, it's that pirate. Never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan worked like a charm.
Duh! What are you doing, you great bloody fool?
Shut your trap, boy. This will all be over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood into splinters.
Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important the ship is? What it represents?
Aye, that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me treacherous, backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright, and building a bleeded maelstrom vessel at that. What under them lands, wide green ocean made you take up with these self-righteous shites?
You're the one with no bloody sense, da. Don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over.
Ah, I wondered why Atbrim never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. This ship's a symbol, all right. of everything what went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces.
Grimthota, Blippi, pray beat the tar out of this bloated sea slug and make sure no harm comes to the Victory.
Can do. Oh, ads. Stunned. Uh-oh. Oh, those guys are higher level. I think I'm supposed to focus on this guy. Come on. You're no match for me. Good, now we mop up. Nice. Alright, now we just gotta disarm the bombs and we'll be fine. I must be getting old, letting some green Ventura get the best of me. Duh. That's one big bloody ship, big and nasty looking. You made that, did you?
My thanks, Blippi. I shudder to think what may have become of the Victory without your intervention. The pirates have made a right mess of things. I'd best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Never did my father have a way of turning my life upside down. Pray convey my thanks, and my apologies, to Grimthota.
That's good. No exploding ship today. How fare you, Blippi? I cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry docks safe. Atgrim apologizes. Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, this incident was hardest on him. But in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past his anguish is to see the Victory completed and in the water. Ah, by the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Raynor's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered a most unusual object. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask of you another favor. I am here to help. Blippi, in light of your role in recent events, there are few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since last we spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of FFXIV, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the Victory. This missive was penned in the most unusual script, a script we believe to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa deems worthy of enciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I am told the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Bateron and his convenient connections. Thus I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, into his hand and no other, do you understand? Yes, ma'am. Alright. It looks like it's back to Limsa. So, return. Wait, did I already... Okay. Want to make sure I got the ether right before leaving. How's it going, chat? We enjoying the pirate fights so far? It's not very glamorous work, but, you know, I am pretty low level. Oh, wait. I don't need to walk. I can just teleport to the Arcanist Guild. Duh. Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Kalia beheld her soaked and tattered grimoire, you could see the light of hope die in her eyes. There is, however, something we can do. I will call on your aid soon, but in the meantime, you would be well served to deepen your knowledge of Arcanima. Also known as Go Level Up. Ooh, wait, are these better than... Ooh, they are. So are the boots, and I think the boots are a bigger upgrade. So we will take the boots. Well, that's all the Arcanist quests I can do for now. Time to head to the Drowning Wench. Hello, Randall. How you doing on this fine evening? Hey, Bateron. I've got a message for you. Oi there, Blippy! I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Otbrim laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Assad was still reeling at his old man's part in the business, but at least he kept the victory from being sunk afore she'd sailed. And for that, I owe you me thanks. You've really made a name for yourself here in Limsa, lad. Folk know that when they need something doing... you need something doing? What might that be? Well, I have an encrypted message that you might be able to help me decipher. You want someone to read a message written funny letters for you, and Grimthoda thought I might know a man as could? Well, let's see it then. Aye. I reckon I might know a canny bugger what can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Baderon. You know, you're like one of me regulars now, Blippy. You've never let me down yet, and Navigator helped me. I reckon I can trust you. Grimthoda was right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing here, made no mistake. Get ready for action, and I'll explain. Uh-oh. Trouble. I'm doing good, Randall. The stream's been going well. It's been pretty chill. Making some new friends. Alright, Bateron, what do you got for us? Good to have you aboard, lad. Now then, where to start? Back when I was younger and nastier, I earned me living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the orders you prized from the cold dead hands of his mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them Sahagan letters, lad. And I should know, I've gutted more fishback messengers than I can count. It gets worse, though. The plan to blow up the Victory is all in here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of L in western Lenosha, and hit the Maelstrom's new flagship in the confusion. Point being, the attack on the Victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates, 'twas a key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this alright, the attack itself came much too early. I'll wager they panicked when they saw you was onto him, rushed in to do the job, and buggered it up. Them tattoo-faced bastards, as they say, was paying Opram's old man. They're with the Serpent Reavers, right? But none of their crew was there, was they? Did they have something better to do, or what? Wait, oh, so the Serpent Reavers are the guys we fought earlier who were, blackmailing Severin over at Summerford Farms. 7 hells, I've got it all backwards! That mess at the Victory! That was meant to be the bloody distraction! The Fishbacks ain't interested in the Maelstroms, baby. They're after men, just like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about Raisinell and Western Lenosha, that's where it'll be. Summit tells me Swiftperch is about to get hit, and it hard. Well, but now we know, so we can defend it. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Rayner at the Coral Tower and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him my hand, eh? You can be damn sure he'll need one. Yes, sir, Bateron. Alright. Oh, here, I can reinvite you now, because I'm not doing solo stuff. So that's over at the Marauders Guild, which, you know what? It's a short run. I don't need to go to a teleporter. Got to raise the alarm so that we don't get killed by fish pirates. Hello, Captain Rayner. Yes, I am Rayner. You must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You are to be commended for your part in thwarting the plot to destroy the Victory. Now what can I do for you this day? You bear an urgent message from Bateron? Why do I get the feeling that my hopes for a quiet morning are about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me, what is afoot? And here's the message. An assault on Swiftperch, but we've seen nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are massing for an attack. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. Bateron is rarely wrong about such matters. I will marshal the Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Bateron's assessment that the attack on the dry docks was intended as a diversion, Swiftperch is but one of several possible targets for the main thrust. Commodore, sir! Report? It's the Sahagin, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on South Tidegate and threatened to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements. And the Navigator. That seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. What about Swiftperch? Aye, the Serpent Reavers are in league with the Sahagin, which means there is every chance this assault on Tidegate may yet prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swiftperch vulnerable to those pirate traitors. It is at times such as these that I wish the Warriors of Light yet walked among us. But wishes will avail us not. Mnoy, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swiftperch with all haste and lend your strength to the squads I can spare for the settlement's defense. Alright, you can count on me. But I can just teleport straight there. But how expensive is it? It's cheap. Away we go! It's another solo quest, so I'm gonna have to drop group again. Commodore Rayner sent word we'd be getting reinforcements, but I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though you bear little resemblance to the wide-eyed whelp I met fresh off the ferry. Oh yeah, you're the Yellow Jacket who greeted me when I was first arrived to Limsa. In any case, Do you know what you're fighting for here? This place, Swiftperch. It was rebuilt by folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship the Calamity threw their way. And we're not allowed to let some fish-fancying scum claim the honor of being the ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't give those pirate bastards one bloody ilm, do you hear me? Alright. It's time to fight some pirates. Here they come! Here, now I thought all them yellow jacket worms was meant to be busy. That useless scrag ain't followed the plan, has he? Now what? Pull back and wait for our Sahagin brothers? Piss on that, we ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no killing the small folk, or it'll be your blood what stains Lord Leviathan's altars. The yellow bellies you can butcher at will, though. Them dirt-eating slugs will be crushed under the full might of the Serpent Reavers. Seems Swiftperch was the main target after all, eh? Squads 1 and 2, protect the townsfolk. Squad 3, your rear guard. The rest of you, we meet their charge where we stand. Let us bear the Commodore word of our victory, or no word at all. For Limsa Laminsa! I'll gut all you yellow bellies and dance on your gizzards! Not if I have anything to say about it. Alright, let's take out the little guys first, and then we'll worry about Bangos. Uh-oh, reinforcements. I think we can do it. Just gotta keep taking them down one at a time. Wait, he didn't die? He must have gotten healed just before. Whoa, hello, that's a void scent. Uh-oh. It's on the boogie. Nice! Alright. Not on my watch, pirates. Well fought. The Reavers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers. Ugh, but there may be more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down just yet. Hey, wait! That's the guy who summoned that golem. The source of his strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. Ooh, this is some powerful magic. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Oh, that's a big void send. Hello. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live.
Alright. I will beat up your gargoyle, and I'll beat up you too. You guys aren't even as high level as me. Alright, your turn, Mr. Mage. Oh, Stola! Yay, back up. Man, I remember when white mages could cast Stone Skin and protect, but not anymore. Aha! Fool! You cannot defeat me. I am simply too good at video games. The wisdom of the paragons should be brought low. Mere mortals.
Paragons, did he say? And it is as I feared. They are known as the Bringers of Chaos, or Ascians to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Charlians have encountered Ascians before. I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How did you know whence I hail? Wait. I do begin to see. You have been blessed with a special gift.
Oh, well, naturally. That's what the Questra word comes from, is the loose change you get from beating up all the guys you fight during a quest. Are you alright, lad? If I'd known a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have left a squad or 6 to keep you company. Well, at least now we can call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those Reavers were the ones spiriting folk away in the dead of night, and this bastard here was pulling all the strings.
A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find such a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions, I have learned much.
Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't been here, friend. And your assistance is much appreciated, Lady Stola. Please give our regards to the Scions.
I am glad to have played a role in bringing what I hope is an end to this disturbing spate of abductions. The thread of your fate forms a part of a most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to Commodore Rayner.
Oh. Oh, what's this? That's an evil-looking crystal. Spooky.
You've got the fat chocobo!
Him so large. Large bird. Nice. Alright, we're headed back to the Coral Tower. Which means back to Limsa we go.
Nui, eagerly have I awaited your return. Word of your exploits is already spreading through the ranks. My troops and I owe you a great debt of gratitude for your timely assistance. You have shown yourself to be possessed of a sure aim, sure arm, a strong spirit, and sound judgment. Would that Limsa had more of your like. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of Eorze's greatest adventurers. It is but a matter of time. Clearly, Badarin's eye for potential remains as sharp as ever, though I doubt even he imagined you capable of such feats. Might you favor me with your own account of the day's events? Such victories bear retelling. Well, you see, they attacked us, and I beat them all up 'cause I'm real cool. Shtola's been working with us for quite some time, you see, and she was only too willing to assist the Yellow Jackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of Limsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the victory, and the small matter of your deeds at Swiftperch, you too have proven yourself a valued friend of the Thassalocracy. Admiral! Oh, the Admiral herself. May I present to you Admiral Bluffishton.
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day.
Oh, lady. Powerful, too.
A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward, after all? Ha!
Thank you very much.
Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Badaron and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet.
Oh, I'd be
A
honored.
seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the man who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast!
Oh, and don't be late.
I
Your
wouldn't dream
fellow
of it.
guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Ooh, ring. I think that ring is unique, too. It's not very good, but it is unique. I am not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor. Why, even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the Thassalocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all of your efforts, a nod to your many achievements, both large and small. Is the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realize you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Badarin can arrange. He's surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. I did say enormity. Was I not? Did I read it wrong? I hope I didn't. Well, hopefully I read it correctly.
Ah, it has negative connotations, I see. Huh. Well, chalk that one up to a translation error then. So that is definitely, it is definitely not being used according to its definition here. Well, well, if it ain't Merweb's guest o' honor. Hobnobbing with the high and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lad, I damn near snorted ale out of me nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure. You'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, no less. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine, and more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in your shite-caked adventuring gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about him, if only to stop folk complaining when he stuffs his face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octant and speak to Janassim of the Bruguer Consortium. She'll furnish you with somewhat gentlemanly to wear. I've already had a word with her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods, then bring 'em back here, so as I can tell you what's what. Alright, Baderon. Where did you say to go? Oh, it's by the Aetheryte Plaza. Okay, that is... I will take the stairs rather than the elevator, I think. Hey, Nassim. Good morning, sir. I assume you're the underdressed gentleman Baderon mentioned. I see he was not exaggerating. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not. I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. Alright. I've collected... What have I collected? A box. But it's locked. Okay, well, Baderon should be able to open it. Where is he? There he is. Been to siege Nassim, have you? Let's have that box then. There we go. Nice pair of dress shoes for you. A bloke mightn't have much else to his name, but so long as he's got a decent pair of shoes on his feet, ain't nowhere he can't go. Think of 'em as a gift from me and all the other folk you've done right by along the way. Aye, 'tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for Lims's new hero to turn up to the banquet soaked in his own tears and snot. Any road. That's your garb, Ceridan. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. Alright. You ready then, are you? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd have considered it me civic duty to it... Oh, what? I'd have considered it me civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Tripped myself on that one. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a gentleman. Remember, not a gentleman's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast being held on the bridge, in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Xanthael in Bulwark Hall, and he'll show you the way. Just keep that head held high, lad. After everything you've done for Limsa, you've good reason to be proud. And don't let no highborn bugger tell you different. Alright. Time to wear the shoes. Wait. Behold. Shoes. Fancy. It's got a buckle and everything. Alright. But the Admiral's briefing room is back downstairs, as I recall. Whoop. Here we go. Dress shoes. Fancy dress shoes. An adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh!
Now those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer, I will show you to the briefing room. It's nice to be able to relax after, you know, all the hard work. Fighting. Mostly pirates. Seems like it's all pirates over here in Limsa. Oh, hello, Admiral.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this man for his services to our great nation.
Oh, thank you.
May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan.
Oh no.
From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow.
Hmm? This?
This is one of the crystals of light.
By the Navigator!
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal.
Well, yeah, I did.
You bathed in her light.
Yashtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light.
Hold on, I
Know
think I
you
need
the
to fix
tale?
the lighting in my room.
Like you, they were not of these lands. Yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the primals.
One moment, folks. Okay, sorry about that. I think the lighting was causing the VTuber stuff to freak out, because I noticed my eyes were glitching. Alright.
When the Gallian Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them.
Oh, that's a high honor.
Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Ooh. A flashback? A vision? Strange. Oh. This must be Cartano. Yeah. This is Cartano, those 5 years ago.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you! Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
Nice little Metal Gear Solid reference there. But still. So many died in the Battle of Cartano.
Damn it! Damn it all to the 7th hell!
And you're right, Nix, I
What of
think
the
we have seen.
barracudas? Can they not be reached?
I think we have seen that red mask guy before, if I recall correctly.
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
I don't remember where, though.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre.
There's the Ascian, lurking.
This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
Oh?
Kasbamul, Sogin Moise Donzul. Logalo, Asawad Deken Bet Mubut. Imarat Way, Kiskat Toga Hats Wadadorns.
Ascians.
Sis Niyem, Fizdun the only Lamrai Sadai Dorn.
I'm not sure it is, Nixa. The mask isn't quite the same. The one behind him, maybe. Oh, where are we? Morning, sunshine. All a bit much for you, was it? What happened? Ah, you don't remember then. You keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused a right stir. I had to carry you back to the wench myself. Well, I said carry. It's more a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. Anyway, don't fret. 'Tis little wonder you was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheeks, though, so I'll leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants to have a word with you. When you feel up to it, talk to Xanthel, and he'll let you into the command room. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told old Merriweb was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'd look kindly on it if you repeated the trick. Well, since we're in here... I don't need to clean out my inventory. Although, it looks like I can use these to get them out of my inventory. Much better. Alright. Well, that was an interesting little vision of the past we got there. And it seems that these Ascians have been working in the shadows for quite some time.
Greetings, Blippi. Admiral Blufferschwin awaits you in the command room. Shall I announce you?
Well, yes, please do.
Ah, Blippi. It is good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered? Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business, then. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Carteneau and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Carteneau. These letters contain the details of said proposal. And I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions, a quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. Of course. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation, to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. Ooh, piece of candy! An airship pass, to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge, but before you depart, I suggest you trouble Badarin for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well-traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks strong the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well-deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Blippi, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. All right. Where's Badarin? Oh. I know where he is. He's upstairs. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are you? personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? For me, I knew he was going up in the world, but I didn't realize he's got that bloody eye. I'm proud of ye, lad. Thinking of how far you've come. Why, 'tis enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking, neither. Well, not just the ale, at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering ye my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass, the whole of yours is laid out before you, like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she's a big girl, too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us Laminsans are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Ul'dah. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule, and no bugger with an Onza sense sets foot. But you're a adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's an heap of troubles what plagues every nation, see? It ain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and their goddamn primals. Aye, there's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there as you can't handle. Summit tells me you're gonna be just fine. The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt 'em. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things around. 'Tis the perfect time for a adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Oh, it's downstairs. Oh, no, actually the airship landing. I know how to get to the airship landing. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's Blippi Benoy, isn't it? Oh, I thought I recognized you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir. Highwind Skyways is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today? Yes, indeed. Attention, all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Away we go, into the wide world of Eorzea. Good fortune to ye, Blippi. Day'll come when your name means the same as arrow to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Whee! Flying! I love it. Oh. But what's this now? That is a Garlean airship.
but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
It's what you get.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
You aren't conquering Eorzea on my watch, buddy. I can take him.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Carteneau. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
Oh, Spy didn't do so good. Yeah, that's not good.
Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Oh, good. We have arrived safely in Gridania. Ah, that's a whole city to explore and get all the aletherite shards and... Goodness. We'll have to go on the tour. Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa Lominsa. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The Elder Seedseer awaits your arrival. Greetings, good sir. You are the Lominsan envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nafika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits. Alright. Can do. You know what? It wouldn't hurt if I took a little bit of a detour and toured the city a bit first. So that's what I'm going to do. You good? He's fine. I love Gridania. I love the trees. I love the Black Shroud. It's so peaceful here. Well, tranquil. Also, you can become a Lancer, an Archer, or a Conjurer at any of the 3 combat guilds in the city. So now I really have access to any, well, at least any of the base classes I want to. These are the market stalls. Which... should probably grab this shard and then head up to the Lancers Guild. Yeah, there it is. Alright, 3 more Ethernet shards. And then we go meet with the Elder Seedseer. So the Seedseers are Pajal, which are here that have been blessed by the elementals and can hear the will of the forest. Elementals don't really perceive things the way people do, so it's tricky to communicate with them, but the Seedseers do a good job of it, interpreting the will of the forest, and then living and ruling in accordance with those wishes. Oh yeah, and then of the crafting guilds, we've got the Leatherworkers Guild, the Botanists Guild. What else? Do we have? Is the No, the Weavers Guild is an old. Carpenters Guild. That's the other one. One left. And conveniently, this one should be right next to where we need to go. Where the Lotus Stand is, right by the Conjurer's Guild. Excellent. So now I should be able to teleport to the various gates of the city as well as the airship landing directly. You are the Lamentin envoy? Begging your pardon, sir, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Here it is. Verily, this is the seal of the Admiral of Limsa. Please come with me.
So you are the Lamentin envoy.
Indeed I am.
And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours.
Thank you.
On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
Indeed I do. A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartano. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Garlean Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknownst to us, the Garleans sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon Dalamud would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Cartano Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again, yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land, which had but moments before been aflame, now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louis Soir may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Carteneau. And so we were left with countless questions, and no prospect of an answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the Alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. You have done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You, meanwhile, are bound next for Ul'dah, are you not?
Indeed I am.
Please send the Flame General my regards. Ah, and if you would be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. Thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Ul'dah and beyond.
Well, back to the airship landing we go. And since we got all the crystals, I can go straight there. Greetings, sir. This is the count of our passengers traveling to Ul'dah.
Oh, are you not Blippi Benoy, the Laminson envoy? On behalf of all at Skywind Highways, may I say what an honor it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today?
Yes, I will. Airship time. On to Ul'dah. Where divinity is the color of gold. Also known as Capitalism Hell. Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. We have been expecting you. Flame General Raban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the Husting Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Well, sure, but I do want to see the city first.
We'll start with the hustings strip. There are a lot of Aetherites in Ul'dah. So the city's kind of built in concentric rings, with that center point having everything around it. There's kind of this inside ring, outside ring. Ah. Sneeze. Actually, you know what? Probably would be faster to just zap back over there and run. Now down here, we have the Gladiators Guild, the Goldsmiths, the Miners Guild, the Weavers Guild. Lots going on. And that right there was the Gladiators Guild, which is what become Paladins eventually. Very solid tanking class, very cool. They got reworked recently, so I used to know how they played, but I don't really know the finer points anymore. And here we have the Weavers Guild, where all manner of cloth armor and fashionable accessories can be found. Now this is no use to me yet, but eventually one can learn the secrets of the Reaper class over there. But you have to be level 70 first. Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the strip of commerce and merchants in an already merchant-focused town, as well as, you know, retainer and market board. Even a free company chest. It's a nice central hub for all your inventory and item needs. That's the Adventurers Guild and the Quicksand Inn and Tavern. Great place to hear the latest gossip. And folks like to RP in there. So, if you are looking for just free-form RP, Quicksand's a good place to go. Oh. And most importantly, the main Aetherite Plaza. Screen is blurry. Interesting. There shouldn't be any background processes running. Let me see if I'm dropping frames. Actually, how do I know if I'm dropping frames? I don't know how to check. Oh, well, I mean, some of it might just be textures. Yeah, if it's an issue with the stream, you know, I would like to know, because I don't really know how to tell otherwise. Drop frames are shown. But where in OBS? Because it's Streamlabs OBS, not OBS OBS. Uh-oh. How do I find it? Well, hopefully it fixes itself. Yep, and that's the last Ethernet shard. Excellent. Yeah, it does look like the resolution's gone down now that I've pulled my stream up on my own end. That is very strange. How can I... Ah. What if we do that? I think I tweaked the resolution, so let's see if that changes anything. Oh, right. I have to go back to the hosting strip, which is going to be faster to just teleport there. Hello, Bartholomew. Laments an envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, sir? My thanks. Ah, yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin.
Yeah, that is weird. Is the blurry text a new thing, or was this been since like the start of the stream? Okay, then I wonder if there's a background process eating my internet somewhere. We're gonna do a little science here, and then maybe do some killing of background processes. I mean, now barely anything is using the network connection. Yeah, it's really just the stream and that's it. That's so weird. It's fine on your end, Cass? That's good. But it's not on my end. I can see what's going on. Very strange. What if I toggle... It won't let me toggle it to higher than 720p. Well, whatever. I think it might be a Twitch problem.
Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Made a note to investigate this later. Artano. I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? We took the field against the Garleans? So my counterparts have educated you. Well, really, I got a vision. Carly's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming. 'Tis but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then legatus Solus Zosgalvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabard to heel, and so the legatus became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea.
But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late.
But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander, Legatus Gaius van Baelsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garlean stir and the Elder Seedseer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Melwood will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for.
Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate?
I will speak with her grace myself.
Very good, sir.
The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer.
Nice. Level 25. And that is the achievement I meant to get. So now, let's see if we can get to the first dungeon. Let's see. We got a half hour before I think I might want to call it, so we'll keep going. Ah, my Lord Envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none better, with better credentials than you. Badarin would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Well, yeah. Badarin's my bro. Back to Limsa we go, then. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, mate. I'll be with you in a... Well, if it ain't the one and only Blippy Benoy. I was told a distinguished venturer might be reporting for duty. Fancy that venturer being you, eh? Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Nice. Pirates. It's always pirates. We're in Limsa. Ah, my cup runneth empty. Sad. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Satasha Sea Grot, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But since that nasty business over in Swiftperch, folks have been a bit uneasy. Well, I say a bit. 'Tis all they could do not to soil themselves every time the bloody floorboards creak. If you would permit me, Master Badaron, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I came to welcome Blippy back to Limsa Lominsa. It is well you have returned. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sastasha Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Kurls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sastasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Sastasha is located within western Lenosha. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lad. Alright. Oh, what's this? The challenge log! Oh, this is important. It's like free bonus stuff that I just get for playing the game. We all know how it feels to have had one too many, that's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables, but is it too much to ask they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them did show up a week later, ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive-looking journal right here. As oft-used as it seems to be, I've no doubt its owner is tearing up the town searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rogadin who enjoyed his drink. Seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars, Quintanane. Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, Badarin docked my wages. That's customer service, baby. Have I seen who? Look, just because I spend more nights at the wench than in me own home doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute, that bloody book, why didn't you say so sooner? The tight-arsed bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was heading for Aleport. Aye, where else, the scurvy sop? Nimia Willian. He's still stranded at the ferry docks, though the gods know it won't help me get me Gil back. Well, that's a shame. What's this quest? Oh, no, I don't need to do that one. That quest unlocks the Aesthetician, which is a way to change your appearance, but only, like, your, like, hairstyle and some various cosmetic things. Not, like, a whole character redesign like a Fantasia. Alright, let's see if our man is still down at the docks, which, hey, we're gonna go down here anyway, because it'll mean I can teleport to, Aleport for cheap. If you have business with me, be quick about it. My ferry and my next great adventure wait. My journal! Why, I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons. Did you steal a glance at its pages, perchance? No? A shame, that, for this book contains... how might I say it? A record of my numerous adventures. Quite the inspiring read, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did. You've the air of adventurer about you, if one still untested, but take heart. Even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp with more dreams than sense. Were there only some way for me to repay... Oh, but of course! I have a fresh journal right here that might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own? But one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that, I shall be off for adventure, and the flagon or 20 of the realm's finest ale calls me. Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the wench, do thank that Ellison fellow for his generosity. Ha ha ha. Nice. The challenge log. It's just little weekly bonuses. Hey, Melpa. You hear about Commodore Raynor's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in Western Lenosha, though, you best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sastasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Onward to Aleport. Yeah, I don't think I quite have enough time to get a dungeon done today. Not unless I can insta-queue, but given that I am playing a DPS class, that seems unlikely. As for the Hall of the Novice, I did this last stream. This is the level 15 training stuff. Which, technically you don't have to do, but it is highly recommended. I mean, it's how I got this gear, and it's been serving me well. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sastasha Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. That is to say, tank, healer, or damage dealer. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sastasha Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Right on. Oh yeah, it's a Twitch problem. Looking at OBS, the resolution is fine, and then Twitch is where it's freaky. So I think this is a Twitch problem. Oh well. It can't be helped. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod up for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback-fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. Kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves, and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. So, there are two options here, right? I can either do this quest with fellow adventurers, or I can get a bunch of NPCs to run the dungeon with me. And I think I want to do this with my fellow adventurers, but probably not until next week. After all, I want to give people who are also playing this game a chance to catch up, and then we can all do it together. Well, let's see. Let's look at this dungeons overview. Well, this is just an overview of what dungeons are. It's, yeah, basically it's a 4-man team. You get a tank, a healer, and 2 damage dealers. You go on in. You proceed through various challenges. And, there's usually several bosses. It's pretty fun. This is just teaching you how queuing works. Alright. Well, next time, it's dungeon time. But for now, let's find somebody to raid, and I will see you all maybe tomorrow for more XCOM. Hopefully we won't die so horribly this time. Or next week for more Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, Hex is live. Okay. Although Hex is 18+, so children in the chat, you may wish to abandon, because Hex's channel is a bit more spicy than my content. But if you want to stick around, we will be raiding Hex Fruits. Alrighty. Take care, everybody, and have a good night. Our raid phrase will be... Bone, question mark, in all caps. Yeah. Alright. See ya.